Hi everyone. I have already put some videos out there and I've done a playlist of that, so I'll put it further down of different starseed, different, I don't know how to, galactic families that you feel like you might be from, and describing some of these galactic kind of star families. So I've done individual ones, but this video, I want to cover like a short form of each one and just kind of give a more of an outline of each one that I've covered. So I'm gonna, I think, put it down to about 8. So I'm not going to cover every single one. There's so many more out there than what I'm about to share. So what I'm going to do before I start this, I just wanted to share that also I've done a meditation, a guided meditation. So if you find this is difficult for you to kind of figure out in this video where you're from, or what you're, it's not just where you're from, but in terms of different parts of you, where that might be from, what planetary systems and so on, and what you remember and how you feel within you, to be able to figure that out. This might be quite difficult, the video. What I've done is done a guided meditation for you that you can kind of do, just listen to and go in that kind of more of a hypnosis kind of state to feel into where you might be from, right, in different places. And again, it might be more than one. I've got 2 different parts of me. In fact, I've got more than 2 because even in these different ones, I've got other ones from the past as well. So you would have worked in different planets as well. It's usually not just one, even though it might be one right now, but you would have potentially been in other planets as well right before. So yes, so you can please use that guided meditation if you struggle with this, or you can do it together. I mean, I think even maybe doing it together at separate times might actually be a good idea if you feel, stuck, you're not sure. Sometimes words really restrict us, Okay, so now I have wrote this down, so I'm going to be looking down sometimes, because I just wanted to make sure that everything's covered. So the link for that meditation is below, like I said, and let's do this. Okay. So we're going to start with starseed families. Again, it's going to be 8 that I'm going to cover. And the first one we're going to cover, and I've got my guides here to help me, is the Pleiadians, right? I've got half of me that's Pleiadian. I'm from a Pleiadian planet. So the Pleiadians, how would you describe the Pleiadians? So carefree, fun, artistic, creative, like a very airy, I want to say kind of airy energy, like very upbeat kind of energy. I've talked about, sound. They're very much, I feel like there's a sound knowing in them. They're very much the sound, music. If you feel like you're a bit of a musician, there might be a bit of a Pleiadian in you. Even an artist, there might be a bit of a Pleiadian in you. Lover of nature. I want to say, yeah, empowerment. There's heart intelligence in that as well, like real heart knowing, real heart power within the Pleiadian energy, very heart-based, very gentle. And I also want to say, I always feel like very supportive. Pleiadians are very supportive beings, loving, very, very loving, I feel like, even though there's an upbeat nature about them, but also very calm and loving and caring. Again, lover of nature as well. So that's a bit of an outline of a Pleiadian. So if that resonates with you, you might have a bit of a Pleiadian in you. Okay, next one, the Arcturians. The Arcturians, my Arcturian guides here, that are going to help me. Very loving, very caring, very mothering, very that was it. Nature's a big thing. I was told this before, like herbal medicine, herbs, nature, plants, right? So they are into a lot. If you find you're kind of maybe drawn into maybe herbal medicine, body work as well, that there might be a bit of an Arcturian in you. So very good with the body breathing, how the body works just intuitively. Animals, very, very heart-based, again, very grounded, very earthly as well, I want to say. That's the Arcturian energy. And again, very, very heart-based. And I think that's the main things from the Arcturians. Yeah, very loving, very caring. I always feel a lot of openness, a lot of support from the Arcturians as well. Okay, so next one, Andromedans. Andromedans, I feel out of all of my Andromedan star family here, out of all of them, The Andromedans, I feel, are just so different. Every time I feel into their energy, I just feel like they're just so unique and so different from all the other ones that I've kind of felt through. So very knowing. The Andromedans are like deep in their knowing. Like they are all about truth, all about the deepest place, like where we have all come from. There's a real deep knowledge that they have, a really deep intelligence they have. Andromedans, I find a lot of Andromedans that I feel are very much based, with truth. It's about truth. It's about heart intelligence. That it's all about truth. That's how I feel about the Andromedans. Building technology, very advancements in technology. That's another thing the Andromedans bring as well. Kind of more futuristic stuff. I feel like there's an Andromedan energy in that, where if you're into futuristic stuff, so where there is technology or the future, how the future's going to go. Very much about, that was the other thing. Yes, I remember now, being adventurous. If you're adventurous, maybe a bit of a traveler, you just want to learn about things, you're curious about the world, you want to learn, and there might be a bit of an Andromedan in that for you as well. I feel very big on nature. Again, there's a truth in that nature, very big on nature, strong, very intelligent again. And again, very technological and future thinking, I want to say, with the Andromedan energy. Beautiful, strong energy with the Andromedans. I always feel that very, very intelligent. Okay, now, SIRIANS, Sirian energy. So, when I go to Sirian energy, what I find is that they have a very kind nature. They're very strong, a very, very strong energy, very kind nature. They want to help. They really want to help in humanity right now. They want to do their best for humanity. They want to help and build for humanity right now. They're quite caring. They're quite, I feel like, quite focused on work. They're like workers. They're kind of builders, workers. They want to work more. They want to do better and help. Again, help the world. That's the vibe that I get. I find that it can be quite serious. Again, quite focused. Focused is the word. Quite serious and focused on what they need to do. Building structures. I mean, I can see it like they kind of. I can kind of see them building. I've said this before in the other video, like building, like maybe you're into kind of building things, building new cities, new places, building like some kind of community. There's something in that as well. They're kind of builders. They're very work focused and again, very, very focused as well. Okay. Now I was going to say lions, but I've been saying it wrong. It's actually LYRANS, but I've been saying lions because they have a feline look to them, because they look like partly lions, but it's actually LYRANS. So LYRANS, I find now I've got a bit of LYRAN in my past as well. And I find with the LYRANS, they are very gentle, strong beings, very strong, but also very gentle, very kind-hearted, very giving, very helpful, wanting to help people. If you find that you like helping people, you care and you want to help people and you're kind-hearted, you're generous, there might be a bit of a LYRAN in you. And what else have I put down? I think in the past, they've come from I think there was a bit of a war that happened in their planet. And they are looking for a more peaceful perspective now. So they brought in some kind of fight, soldier-like energy with them, but they really are more with peace right now. And they're really, I feel like really eager and they're really part of this ascension that's going on with a more peaceful and kind heart. Okay, Greys. It's a bit of a mix, I always feel, with the Greys. I find the Greys that are now, working and changing, some things that happened in the past. They're coming here with their heart. They're helping humanity. There's a lot of help for humanity now from the Greys. They're also, I don't know why I put this down, but it feels like storytellers. I feel like there's something about Greys and speech and talking and storytelling or writing. There's something in that. There's a kind of a bit of a creative nature in them in that way, I just feel. And they're really ready to learn. I feel like Greys are really wanting to learn, like they are very truth-based. They want to learn the truth of things. They're like truth seekers. That's the kind of feeling I get in that as well. The Orions. So Orions have come from a lot of wars that happen in their planets, from what I understand. So they bring with them like kind of a fighter energy. So if you feel like you're a bit of a fighter in your life, or you want to fight, you always feel like you have to fight for things. You know, there might be a bit of an Orion, you know, in you, or some anger that you're kind of working through in your life. Fighting spirit, right? They're really wanting to learn. They really are wanting to be part of humanity right now. They are really, I feel like I've said this before, the Orions are changing themselves. There's a transformation. I did say Orions, yeah. There's a transformation coming more and more for the Orion race, I feel, and they've come here to really be part of humanity and to help with the ascension. Okay, I'm going to do the last one I put down was the Anunnaki race. Now, the Anunnakis, they are not part of this anymore. They've decided to kind of like hide away and just be wherever they need to be in their own planetary system. But you might have, like me, have some kind of star seed from the Anunnaki race, from that time they were here. So the Anunnakis, if you have got some kind of Anunnaki star seed in you, I don't know how else to say it, you might find, or genes, I'm being told, some kind of genetic code from the Anunnakis. You might find that, you know, you're quite driven, quite boisterous, kind of driven, like hardcore, very strong, very powerful. I have said this, Anunnakis were very powerful, and I was told that they can't be destroyed. They can't be destroyed. So you might have that kind of the strong gold part of you within you, right? Can't be destroyed. Again, driven. There's a masculine energy there, but there's also, you know, there's this, because of this power that you know you have, you feel like you have this power within you, you're able to manifest things potentially quite easy. Like there's a manifestory energy that happens because you're very driven, you're very focused, you know what you want, you know how to get it. There's maybe a bit of a sexual energy in you, and sometimes you've used that in your life for when you feel like, you know, you needed to. But I also want to say there's a bit of an ego there, right? There's an ego that the many Anunnakis, I'm being told right now, are deleting, you know, like we all are. But there's something in the Anunnaki race where they brought a lot of this force with them that is now being deleted because it wasn't in the best interest of humanity. So just understanding it in that way too. So I hope that was something. If you wanted a bit more information, there's a playlist. Like I said, I'm going to put a link underneath, and you can just watch all the different videos, but I've gone into a bit more detail. Now, again, there are so many more planetary systems than these ones that I've explained. I know, for example, with me, I have water beings as part of me as well. They're very loving and caring and very strong. So, but I haven't gone into that. So there might be many. So when you're doing, if you want to give this meditation a go, just be open, okay? Just relax, be open to it, and let anything come in as it's meant to, because it may not be any of the ones that I've described. It might be something completely different. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you, find it helpful. And I hope that was useful for you as well.